Everybody, it's me, the Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, and welcome to Vogue Knitting Live. We apologize for that minute delay there, the little bit of technology issues. We do our best to get all the technology straightened out before we get started. So welcome. We're glad you're here. If it's your first time visiting with Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, thank you so much. And I hope you're enjoying Vogue Knitting Live. We have a special discount offer for you for free shipping on all orders over $50. And your product code or your code at the checkout will be VK Live. So that code is all set up for you and it's running through Monday at 9 p.m. So if you see some products and you'd like to come back for another look, see on the other days that we're here, you can use your discount throughout the time and right through Monday night. So thanks so much. And if you have never heard of Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl before, I'm going to give you just a brief overview of who we are, and then we'll get into all the great little products and kits that we have for you here at our shop. We started about 3 years ago out of a 25-foot minibus that we converted into a mobile yarn shop, and the bulk of our business during that time was done at private parties, events, retreats, fiber festivals, etc. We still do all of those. And then COVID came around and gave us a new opportunity to add to our offerings. So we have since added a larger online network of products that we offer. So you can go to nittygrittyyarngirl.com and learn more about who we are and what we do. We still, as I said, we still do private parties and things like that, but we've got to be a little careful with COVID as far as that goes. Most of our work now is outdoors and via the internet. And we've been very fortunate because our audience has grown, our fan base has grown, and we now have shipped and continue to ship to just about every state in the US and Canada, Australia. Thank you so much. Australia, the Netherlands,
New Zealand,
and England. So we keep growing, and we're happy to have all of you joining us. So I don't know if you've got any questions for us as we go along. We use Facebook Live because we love the interaction that we get with it. We hope that you enjoy it as much as we do. We welcome questions throughout. If you see us browse by something or breeze by something and you want us to go back and look at it, just let us know and we are there for you. So we can, we can go back anytime you want.
To the viewers, let us know who you are and where you're from.
And I'm working on a cold, so excuse me for a moment. Okay. I want to start with this beautiful cowl that I'm wearing because I'm so excited about it. You might have seen it on Ravelry. It's one of those top 20 hot products right now, and it's called the Descent Cowl. The Descent Cowl was created by Carissa Browning to commemorate Ruth Bader Ginsburg's life and all the wonderful things that she did during her lifetime. And I think it was just so appropriate, the timing of this product to come out, or this kit to come out. There are some kits that come along, or some patterns that come along, that can be knitted in a variety of yarn weights. And I purposely created the Descent Cowl using a worsted weight to start with, because I wanted it to be, I wanted to wear it differently. And this allowed me to do that. So what I use in this particular kit is Silk Garden. Let's see, Silk Garden right down here by Neuro. I use a Silk Garden and Silk Garden Solo. And for mine is a combination of these two colors. Oh, the label came off that one as it came out, but that's what I used. And if you wanted to use the Silk Garden, or this is a worsted weight, this takes two skeins of each color, and you'll use a good amount of each skein. So I haven't quite gotten the Silk Garden kits up yet, but we do have Silk Garden on the website, and if you wanted to create this beautiful cowl using the worsted weight and Silk Garden, you can go to KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com and just put Silk Garden yarn in the search bar, and you'll find the different colors we have available.
Jeff Grill says hi from Quogue.
Oh yeah, that's New York.
Alrighty. And Leticia Castro is back from Miami, Florida.
Leticia, well, thank you so
Hello
much
again.
for being here. So that was the combination that I use, and you can choose any 2 colors that you like for yours if you wanted to create it in the worsted and in the silk garden. Now I do have a photo here of the cowl as it's knitted in a DK weight. And so you can see the difference. And let me just show you, because I love the way you see the differences by using just a small difference in the yarn. This is DK. This is what the pattern actually calls for, the weight yarns. And you can see how lovely it's working up. Now this, you can see right in here is what they call the bead stitch, or the pebble stitch inside there, and then the mosaic is across the bottom. So when you wear it this way, you can fold the little seed stitch in, and it just kind of gives it a nice inside, because you know sometimes how cowls work when they're longer, you can see the inside of it and it's not so pretty. And on this one, this works out really nicely. So in the DK weight, you have a lot of different options for kits as well. And just to give you an idea, we put together, I had a moment to get these done this morning. And so what I do is I created kits using one of my favorite DK weight yarns, and that is Patagonia by Juniper Moon Farm. And these colors work really well. Now these are solids, and the solids are absolutely beautiful when you knit them together. I have someone who knitted one just recently using a French blue and cream, and the colors are just gorgeous. In fact, if my phone is handy, I'm going to show it to you. Let me just go here, because I can show you how pretty the solid colors look in that. Here you go. Let me just show that to them. And that's just a blue and cream. So you don't need to have a lot of movement in your colors. And this, this is very colorful, or you can just go with, 2 solids, and those look really great. And I thought you were telling me someone's there. He's telling me to look in the camera, because I'm always looking in the wrong place. This is my husband is my cameraman, by the way. So let's come back here and take a look at some of these great colors. And one of my favorites is the mulberry up here. I did mulberry and gray, which I think looks absolutely stunning together. There's a cardinal. Look at the cardinal color. Just really, really vibrant. They just came out with some new colors for Juniper Moon Farm, and I've gotten them in, and they really are just beautiful. And while we're talking about Juniper Moon Farm, you'll find lots of kits on our website using the yarns here that you see. So we've got a large variety of Juniper Moon Farm products on our website. So that's our Descent Cowl. That's one of the things that I wanted to show you today on our show this morning. Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, we do a live Facebook show every Monday night called Twisted Stitches right here on Facebook Live. And we've got lots of special guests who come on the show, and a lot of kits that we show, trunk shows that we have as well. And then we do tips and techniques. So this coming Monday, our trunk show is featuring Mirasol yarns. And Mirasol is a wonderful company that comes from, the yarns are created in Peru, and they do a wonderful job donating back to the community there to help the children have better schooling and education, because lots of the times they spend all their time working with the animals and on the farms, and Mirasol gives them a great opportunity to have a better education. So we'll be having a Mirasol trunk show on Monday. But I thought I'd just kind of introduce you to a couple of the things, give you a sneak peek of the products that are going to be on there and the kits that we'll have up. This is a lovely shawl. Let me find the name of this shawl. This is called the Kiara shawl. And Kiara is knitted in one of the new yarns by Mirasol called Hoonie. Hoonie is a fabulous worsted weight yarn. Pull that one off there. It's, you know, we call these kind of workhorse yarns, but it's a fabulous yarn to work with that feels great. It is 100% wool, and it's really lovely. You can see it's a nice soft squishy wool. It's a 219 yards. I just got these in. They're not even on the website yet. But you're going to love when you see these out there and all the great things that you can create with them. So that's one of the yarns that you're going to see on our show on Monday night. To introduce you to some of the other products that we have at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, most of the things that we do, we create kits for you, and we have begun to put more product, just yarns, on our website as well. So if you see a kit and you say, well, I really, I'm not so sure I need this kit, this Penelope Wrap, but I really like this pink yarn. Well, we've got the pink yarn on the website as well right now. The Penelope Wrap is a lovely little wrap that's created with short rows. And I love the fact that it's extra long. And you can see here how it's narrow on one end. And yes, you're working across all the way. Oh, you're working on the length of this. And then, so take a look at how it's wider on the other end. So this is the Penelope Wrap. And you'll find that at KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com. And you can see a variety of colors there that it is available in. Now, what you're looking at now is our KFI Sport. The KFI Sport is a great yarn to work with by itself or to combine it with some other yarns. For example, you can mix it with this DK where you can combine this, which is what I did for a product, a pattern that you'll find on our website that's called Soapy Swancho. And Soapy Swancho, if I'm sure you've seen Swanchos before, they're kind of a poncho with sleeves. So you've got a little longer drapier look on it, and then you've got your sleeves to keep it in place. And so we created Soapy Swancho, and the colors that I use for that, and I'm going to grab that poncho for you in just a moment, was I used this combination of colors. And Paul, if you would just scan these colors for one quick second while I grab that poncho. There you go. Thank you. And thank you for your patience. This is a great little piece, and I'm going to throw it on for you so you can see it. I don't have a model today. I'm my own model. So bear with me as I get to show you a couple of different things, because I think, it's so funny how the weather changes so quickly, and all of a sudden, I'm looking this morning for a long sleeve shirt, and I'm glad I found one that can work here. So over the shoulders, over the head it goes. And this is just a great little piece. It's warm. I hate coats. You all know that. Those of you who know me, I hate coats. My mother used to laugh because even as an adult, when she lived with us, I would still take my coat off before I got in the car. So yes, Soapy Swancho. Really pretty. Very lovely. And I do believe we have it on our website using two different yarn products here. It's using this combination in different colors, of course. So that's using the sport and the mohair that are held together, and then the DK for your contrasting color. And the other kit is actually using Juniper Moon Farm Patagonia. So, and the looks are totally different. So go on the website and take a look at those and see what you think. Are there any questions so far? If you got questions, you know, feel free to ask them. Put them in the search bar or the comment bar, and we'll be glad to answer those for you. So I'm gonna keep this on until I show you our next little item, and that is right here. This was one of our best-selling kits this year, and this is the Night Shift. Night Shift by Andrea Mowry, of course, is still one of the most popular patterns on Ravelry. And she does an amazing job. And what we did with our Night Shift shawl was we offered it in two different yarns. Again, this is using Painted Sky. And Painted Sky is a marled multicolor. You can see, again, we have, I'm sorry, that my yarns are dropping out as I'm pulling them out. It's like a little avalanche here. So you can see the different colors and the way the combinations work. Just don't trip over that, Paul. Don't hurt yourself. We have a bunch of different combinations on the website. Now, what's interesting about these yarns is when you see them here, and then when you look, I'll pull one through. You can see how you've got your bright green here with the light green running through it. And then you've got the darker green with the light. And then as you go in, you get another shade of green. And then you go back to this one. So your yarn is moving throughout. And it's really very, very pretty. They're going to fall again, so don't worry about it. The yarns sometimes have a life of their own. So if you order your kit for the Night Shift shawl using Painted Sky, you'll get 4 skeins of yarn, and you have 4 different, you have kits to choose from. If you see a kit and you go, oh, I want to switch out one of these colors for this color, just give us a call. We're happy to accommodate you. We create what we feel is going to be most popular, but everybody has their own color combinations that they like. So don't ever hesitate to give us a holler and ask us. Oh, by the way, that's something else that we do here is because, I never thought I would wind up being an online yarn shop. But I am a yarn shop nonetheless. We were looking at the lower level of our home, which was converted into a studio so that we could bring these shows to you, because I didn't want to be just an online yarn supplier. I am like a local yarn shop, even though you buy online. And if you look at our website and you go to our Google Places page, you'll see all the different comments and recommendations from people. We do everything to help you with your patterns, with your projects, with your choices. We will walk you through our studio here on FaceTime, on a FaceTime call. And I cannot tell you how many people, number one, thought they wanted one thing, and then they decided, oh no, I'd rather do something else, because we walked through the studio. And the other thing is, like, if you just don't know what you want, we're here to help you to make that decision. And while you're working on your project, you can call me at any time, and I'm more than happy to help you out. And my number, the number you can reach us at is 203-856-6755. And if you want to send me an email to Paulette@KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com, you can go through our contact form. However you want to reach me, just make sure you get to me so that I can help you. Even though we are not the creators of patterns, we do our very, very best to knit everything here, whether it's myself or the folks that I have helping me with knitting, so that we understand what you're going to encounter when you are creating a project. And believe me, I don't always knit what I think I would want to wear. I knit what I think you would want to wear. So, even though I may not wear it, it's something that I know our customers will love. So we create as many things as we can here for you so that we have a good idea of what you're going to be going through. And if someone else knits that product for me, that kit, then they give me the notes that they encountered while they were going through it. Even if we found a mistake in the pattern, which, hey, sometimes happens. And then we also contact the designer of the pattern to let them know. So where was I? We were talking about the night shift shawl there. So you'll find the night shift shawl on our website using both Painted Sky, and the other kits we have available are using Neuro Ito. With the Neuro Ito kits, you only need one skein of each color. And what I've done is in both the different options, in the Painted Sky and in the Ito, I provide you with a color guide or a sequence, if you will. So you're getting 4 different skeins here. So what I've done is I create a color sequence for you so that you're not, you don't have to wonder which was A, which was B, which was C, which was Z. It's all spelled out for you when you get your kit. And with Ito, it's really easy because you only need to knit 20 rows in one color and the next 20 rows in the other color. Really very simple. And the nice thing about using this pattern is that because it has an I-cord edging, let me see here. So you've got an I-cord edge here all the way throughout. And there's also an I-cord bind off. So by the way, when you're knitting this, make sure you leave enough of whichever color you're going to do your bind off in, or switch to that color for your bind off so that you know you've got enough yarn left, because I-cord bind offs take a lot. But the nice thing with an I-cord is when you have your yarn and you have to weave in your ends, you can weave them right into the I-cord and you don't have to worry about where am I going to go with this little piece of yarn that you've got. So Ito and Painted Sky are the 2 different yarns that you'll find for your night shift shawls. Oh, and here's the night shift right here. So isn't it amazing how you've got the same shawl knitted with 2 different yarns and how it looks so different? So keep that in mind when you're looking at the different kits that are available there. And Ito is a little bulkier. It's more an Aran weight, where I would call Painted Sky a true worsted weight yarn. And so while we're here on Neuro yarns, I thought I'd show you, we've just gotten in some brand new yarns. If you're a Neuro fan, you know that they've come out with a couple of new yarns this year. Miyabi is their woolen cashmere, and the Okunushima is it is a silk, wool, angora, and mohair. And this is so you can see the little halo in there from the mohair in it. Just a beautiful yarn. It's soft as can be. And this is a 220 meter ball of yarn that you get. So you've got a nice piece, a nice skein here for a project. And I can show you some lovely, if you have not seen the projects in the new magazine, they are just fantastic. I'm going to grab one for you right here. So Neuro Magazine 17. Oh, there's mine right down there. Neuro Magazine number 17 is the newest Neuro.
Linda Gustafson, sorry, I had to step away. What was the piece you just folded back up?
Oh, okay. That's okay. The piece I just folded back up was night shift shawl. The night shift shawl using Neuro Ito. So what I was saying is, and I'll quickly give a review on KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com, you will find the night shift shawl kits using Neuro Ito or Painted Sky. So we have 2 different options there.
So here's the Ito.
Yep. Neuro option. So, it's really interesting because every color combination looks good together with Neuro. It's just really funny. When I was choosing colors for Silk Garden and Silk Garden Solo, and it's like, oh, I don't know, every color works. Every solo cover works with every Silk Garden color.
Linda Gustafson, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, you are very welcome. I'm going to take this one off because there are some other things I want to be able to show you. And it makes it easier this way. Okay. So we're talking about Neuro Magazine number 17. If you haven't seen this magazine, it is available on our website. And we also have something else that's available that's called a tasting kit. So there are so many new yarns that are used in here and so many yarns that many people might not have used. Sweeto is a new yarn right here. Absolutely gorgeous, bulky yarn that has Neuro's take on tweed. Just really gorgeous. So what I've done to help some folks get a better feel for these new yarns is I created tasting kits. So you get you'll get 6 mini skeins in a little tasting box. They're all labeled. They're somewhere between 15 and 20 yards on a skein. It's not a full skein of yarn. And so you get 6 of those and the magazine. And you can get a feel, if you will, for the different yarns that are used in this magazine. So there are more than 6 that are used. I provide you with 6 of them. So if I can just show you a couple of things that have been very popular. This hat is knitted in Miyabi, which is the new, and I just got Miyabi in yesterday. And I'm really excited because I got all 7 colors in one day. With the Okonushima, I'm still waiting on colors, and you just have to be patient between the mills not being able to work the yarns and then the ships not being able to get out. It's just taking some extra time to get products out this year. And what I found, though, is that our customers are very patient. So on some of these, you're pre-ordering, and on others, the orders are available for you. The colors are available now. But look at this gorgeous. This is a shawl that is knitted with the Sweeto. So book number 17, if you're a Neuro lover, you can find it on our website and you can get the tasting kit as well. And again, happy to walk you through the yarn, through the shop if there's anything you want to see. Well, if you want to back up, honey, I'll show them I want to show them the Miyabi that just came in. Watch the chair. Okay, it's right here. Thanks, guys. These are the new Miyabi yarns. These are, let's see here. We've got 250 meters on here, 65% wool, 35% cashmere. So you've got a luxurious fiber that you're working with. It's a very, very special yarn, and you're going to love it. These 2 as well. Yeah. And we have them paired here with our Moonshines and Patagonias. Our Santa Cruz yarns, the different things that we have.
Antoinette Kellum says, that is pretty. And Jennifer Francis, hello, I just joined in. What was the sweater you were showing, please?
The sweater, the one that I was taking off?
The Swancho.
That was the Swancho. That was Soapy Swancho, I think. If this is not what you were looking at, let me know, and we'll find something else that you might have seen, because we haven't really shown too many yet. That's Soapy Swancho, and that's available in 2 different yarns. It's available using the combination with mohair and in solid combination, solid colors using Patagonia. And you'll find them on Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl.
Jennifer Francis says yes. And Helen Solenberger, hi, just tuning in from Buffalo.
Hey, Helen, thanks for joining us. By the way, folks, after the show, be sure to go to Vogue Knitting Live and fill out the survey, because that survey is very helpful to us. We feel like we're bringing you what you want to see, but if we're not, we need to know that from you. So please, your feedback is really important. We appreciate it.
How about the special code for those that joined late?
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, Paul. Special code for those who joined late for free shipping over $50. Oh, and if you're outside the US, we will take $10 off your shipping cost. So if you are not able to use the code because you're outside the US, rest easy. We will refund your shipping up to $10. So you'll be sure to get that back. Okay. So, oh, and the code is VK Live.
Jennifer Francis says, thank you. I'll look.
Okie dokie. That's great. I'm going to put my, and I'm not. Let me see. Let me see. I wanted to show them the Always Be Brave shawl. Let's see how brave I am to get it off there. Probably not. Can you reach that, Paul?
The cameraman is a bit taller.
Anybody's a bit taller. So Always Be Brave. This was a fun kit.
Linda Hardiger, morning all, taking notes on tasting kits.
Oh, please do. The tasting kit one. I just sent out another one today. It's a great way to get the magazine and a taste of the different yarns. So this is Always Be Brave. I'm looking away from the camera for a moment so I can see what I'm putting on. Okay, there we go. This is knitted using a fingering weight yarns, and you know it's really fingering or sport. What's really interesting this year is it's like mosaic came to life, and all different types of mosaic came to life. And this is a fun piece because it's using a multicolor and a solid as well. So, you know, when you look at the solids here, that would work really nicely for something like this. And then we go over here to Queensland United, and Rainbow Beach has a variety of colors that we have put this kit together with. So I believe this is the one that we used in here, along with the solid red. And Rainbow Beach it's a great yarn to work with. This is I believe it's 100% Australian superwash wool. That's it. Beautiful. It's a beautiful kit. And the way this kit is put together, this yarn works in this kit, in the pattern, as you can see in the first half of it, you're using your multicolor with your solid as your accent color. And then when you get to the opposite end, you're using your solid with your multi as the accent color. So you've got, you know, it's fun to wear because however you wear it, you're seeing both parts of the shawl. And you know, like it's not like you're missing anything. So this is really fun. I love this one. Very pretty. And this is called Always Be Brave. And while I'm standing here, oh, I know I have something for you. You know what I have? I have brand new colors in our Papillon shawl kits. So again, Papillon is another one of those very, very popular kits. I don't think it's ever going to go out of style. And so I just got new yarns in for the main colors. I'll be posting those on our website throughout the weekend. So be sure to tune back in or go back to KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com. If you've never knitted the butterfly Papillon shawl, this is it. It's just an amazing piece to work with. The pattern can be a little confusing, but once I either walk you through it or you figure it out, it's a piece of cake. So you're just using short rows to create your design in the and your pattern and all through here. This is all one skein of yarn that is variegated. And then you use a second, your contrasting color, which is your solid. So just a beautiful, beautiful piece to work with. I will tell you that there was one woman who thought she would never, ever, ever knit again after starting this. As a matter of fact, she thought she'd never buy from me again because she thought I wrote the pattern. And I did not give up on her. Her name is Andrea. She lives in she lives in Canada. And I did not give up on her. I helped her and walked her through that pattern. And she has since knit 4 more butterfly Papillon shawls. So I think it's that kind of piece. You either love it or you knit it once and you're done. But it's really beautiful and fun to work with.
Was that the one that was unhappy initially?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell the story.
I did. I said she was very unhappy. She thought the pattern was written awfully. And I said, I appreciate how you feel, but I didn't write the pattern. but I'm happy to walk you through it. And she was adamant. She didn't ever want to see it again, but I didn't give up. And like I said, she's since knitted 4 additional pieces. So that's 5 papillon shawls. That's a lot of knitting of a pattern that is, once you figure it out, there's really nothing to it. So speaking of things that look difficult and are not, and we mentioned before mosaic knitting and how lovely mosaic knitting can be. This is called Meet Me at Midnight. And it's one of my favorite patterns because I just think it looks gorgeous. So let me put that on. Can we see that way? Really pretty, isn't it? And this is knitted with Elizabeth Lavold's silky wool. Very, very pretty. I love the feel of it. It's light and airy, yet the texture with the mosaic is very, very lovely. Let me show you I'm going to put this around my back and show you the back of the shawl so you can see that. Really pretty. So this is called Meet Me at Midnight. And that is on our website at KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com. We have a quiet crew there today. I guess we're used to Monday nights when we've got lots of comments coming through. Okay. Another new favorite is La Fleur. And La Fleur is knitted using a DK weight yarn, bless you, and a mohair. If you've read or seen any of what's happening in fashions this winter, you've seen that mohair and glitter or metallic are very, very big.
Heather Campbell, sharpest.
Cool. If you've seen that the
shared.
Oh, shared. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Oh, Heather Campbell is apparently aware of our sharing.
Of our sharing. Well, then let's share with everyone. At Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, we love when people like and love Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl and share the word. So if you share our page with your friends and you let us know that you've shared it, we'll put your name into a drawing, and we do random drawings for free skeins of yarns, free magazines, free books, and things like that. Like the person who happened to be on this morning, who was helping us with our sound check. Because they were the first person on, because they helped us do our sound check, they're getting a free skein of yarn. So we like to give things away here at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. Yeah.
Why don't you show them exactly how that works?
Well, okay. So we have our sharing bucket here. The sharing bucket gets updated every time someone lets us know they shared it. So if you share our page 4 times, your name goes in here 4 times, and everybody gets a chance to win. So this is how it works. We give the bucket to somebody who can't see inside it. It's not me. And then we pull a name. And I don't know if you're watching, Anna Maria Milani, but you just want a skein of yarn.
Anna Maria Milani is our lucky winner today.
Oh my goodness. Anna Maria was just on the show the other night. And I have to show you, these are all the names that are in there. There's not just one name. Lots of names are in there.
And just because you don't win today doesn't mean you can't win next time.
And it doesn't mean you know when the next time is going to be. We do random drawings all the time. And you know what? I just walked past one of my favorite things here.
Ooh.
Our Patriot game shawl. Look at this fun little piece.
It's one of our most popular sellers.
Yes, it is. Actually, it is. We have sold over 120. Now we're over 130 of this cute little piece. I don't know if it's because it's an election year. I don't know if because it went on in the springtime during the, just before Memorial Day, or what it was, but it remains ever popular. we've got our stars. You have 50 stars in your blue section. And then the red and white are just alternating stripes of stockinette and knit, a garter stitch. So what, you want the picture of it? Oh, okay. So the yarns for that are right here.
That's what I'm looking for.
You use one skein of each color. The pattern comes with it. And this is a pattern. This is our very own pattern, because people do ask, you know, where can I find the pattern?
Only on KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com.
Only at KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com, and it's only part of the kit. So, you know, like I said, we sometimes come across something that we think works, and so I want to thank Jan 40 for putting this together for us, and we love it, and apparently a lot of people love it too. So this is our Patriot game Chalet, and you will find that at KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com. It's fun, it's easy, it's quick, and it's affordable. Great price point.
And one other footnote on the sharing: the more times you share, the greater the chances you're going to win.
Yes, just like the lottery. So there you go. Isn't that cute? I love this little one. So cute. So, what else can I show you here? Because we've got so many kits and so much time that we can, I can show you the bucket shawl. Now, you may have seen this on Ravelry. It's a very popular shawl. You may not recognize it because on Ravelry it's done with a solid background and multicolor for the flowers. Well, one of my my knitting elves, Jan, decided she was going to reverse that and came up with this beautiful, beautiful combination. And so we were showing before the KFI Sport that we use in the Sophie shawl is also used in this.
Hold on, Nitty Gritty. We've got a couple of comments. Michelle Mandel Wolf. Hi, I haven't knitted in years, but I'd like to knit a shawl which is not too complicated. Can you recommend a pattern that is suitable for an intermediate level knitter? And then Linda Gustafson, the pink shawl that is in the corner. Linda Hardiger, I'm on the first leaf of the pattern.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay, so let's go back to the person who's asking about
Michelle Mandel Wolf.
Okay, hi Michelle, and thanks so much for tuning in. Yes, something that's not really hard. Well, you're calling yourself an intermediate knitter, so I'm thinking maybe you haven't knitted in a long time, but you were a decent knitter when you know, at the time that you were knitting. So you're not new to knitting. And I do find that knitting is like riding that bicycle. Once you do it, you always remember it. So a couple of different things that I like to recommend for people when they're newer, when they're getting back into knitting or learning new stitches, is that they're not supposed to call me when I'm on my show. Hold on. I'm sorry, is the Reyna shawl. Reyna it's just a one skein little shawlette. I know I had it out here. And if you wait one second, Paul, I think I know right where it is. Or I knew right where it was. Okay, well, Reyna is on Ravelry. And it just uses a combination of some lace stitches, increases, and decreases. It's not hard at all. And any skein of yarn, this is a great Apple Fiber Studio, and you'll find these on our website. These make up very nicely using Reyna, using that pattern for Reyna.
Do you have that shawl on your website?
Reyna is not on the website, and that's why I'm scurrying to find my actual sample of it, because I had it out last night. But I'll keep looking for it. Reyna is a good one. And another one that's not really hard.
When we find it, we can send it to you via Messenger.
Yeah. Another one that's not really hard is this one. This one is fun to do. Because this is called this is in Jody Long's Summer Breeze book, and it's called the Devin Shawl. This is on our website. So let me explain this to you and to all of you folks out there so that you can understand how it works. Devin Shawl is knitted by, first you're knitting the band. So you're knitting your border first, and it's a 23 stitch border. So it's not like you've got a lot going on there. It looks difficult. It is not. If you haven't knitted for a while, it will help you to get practice on some of those stitches.
Nora Brodsky, how do you spell that?
Which Devin, Devon. And Reyna is Reyna.
And Michelle Mandel-Wolf says, thanks. Heather Campbell, more shares equal more draw entries. So can I share the same video multiple times, or is it one entry per video? You can share as many times as you can hold your finger on the mouse.
If you have that many groups that you can share it in, and that many folks you can share it with, go right ahead. Because the more times you share it, and the more people who you share it with who are knitters are going to enjoy it, and they're going to share it as well. And that's, it's all about the love here at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. You love us, we love you right back. And we're going to give you rewards for that.
Antoinette Kellen says, the Close to You shawl is easy. And Nora Brodsky says, thanks.
There you go. That's great. Well, thanks for helping each other out. Another one that's not real hard at all is this one. And we talked about this one before. This is called the Penelope Wrap. You notice that it's just garter stitching and stockinette stitch. The only difference with this one is because it's short rows, you're going back and forth, and it's getting shorter and shorter in the depth as you go along.
Heather Campbell shared again. Linda Hardiger, I've knitted Close to You shawl many times.
We're going to have to take a look at that one. Okay. I think Ben's got an itchy back here.
Heather Campbell shared.
Okay, someone asked about the pink shawl in the corner. Now we've got a pink shawl in the corner here. We've got a pink shawl in the corner there. And since we were standing here, I'm wondering if this is the one she was asking about. If you were...
Heather Campbell, more shares.
Okay, so
the person that commented about the pink shawl, please let us know which one.
If it was this, we've got 1, 2, 3. And so I want to be sure. Well, it's okay. I'll explain this one to you.
Linda Gustafson said that one.
Okay, that one right there.
This one here, Linda? Yeah. That one.
Okay, perfect. This one is called Straight on the Bias. Straight on the Bias was created by Iris Schreier. Iris Schreier is the owner of Art Yarns Yarns. And we carry her Merino Cloud yarns here. You can see the gorgeous, these are hand-painted, hand-dyed yarns. Absolutely stunning. They make a beautiful piece. They knit up gorgeously. And so Straight on the Bias is a combination of stitches. So let me show you how this works.
Linda Gustafson, that's it. Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad we found it. So again, another I-cord. I-cords are very popular once again. And so you start off with a little polka dot pattern here. And then you go to garter stitch. And then I call this a fleur-de-lis just because that's what it reminds me of. She calls it something else. I think I don't know. And then garter stitch again. So you're watching it, it's a boomerang. So you're watching it grow as you go. And then we go to squares, which is just mosaic knitting. So don't let it scare you. Just mosaic knitting. Back to garter. And now you've got rectangles. So you can see there's lots of interest in this shawl. And it's long. So it goes on. And then there's repetition here. So then you're doing your squares again, and then you're going back to your dots and back to squares and rectangles. And then at the very end, there is, the pattern can be done with or without the beaded silken sequins. The beaded silken sequins is always a lovely addition. It's a very special yarn. This is silk with sequins and beads in it. So you can see the different colors up here. This is one of the colors that I used here on my shawl. And the other one that I used was, I believe it was this one.
Francis Rogers, Art Yarns is the most beautiful, wonderful yarn that I've ever used.
It is. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, look at this. If you wanted to create your shawl using this combination.
And Linda Gustafson says, I love lots of stitches. Perfect.
Oh, this is fabulous. And you're going to adore this. So, you know, we've put together kits that have nice contrast. You want to have contrast in this kit.
Heather Campbell. Ooh, sparkly.
Sparkly. And this is also a very pretty combination. This is to me, it's like a latte, a chocolate latte. Look at that. Just lovely. Now, I'm going to tell you the pattern is written where you put your beaded silken sequins at the end, and which is what I did. I would suggest when you're knitting this to show the sequins even more.
Anna Maria Milani, hi all. I think she just tuned in, so she may not be aware of what transpired moments earlier.
I'll tell her in a moment. When you're knitting this shawl, what I would suggest is putting the beaded silken sequins into your garter stitches where you're going to see more of it. So rather than having it just at the end, just a personal thing. The next time I do it, I'm going to put it in here instead of this, in here, and in here. So, and then you may still, because I have plenty left, you may still even have enough to border the last section with it. So just a thought as you're going through the, you know, as you're looking at options for this. And if you do decide to buy this, I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the lady who's asking that question. If you do decide to get this, I'll be more than happy to include my notes in here as well.
Anna Maria says, yeah, can't believe I won. Heather Campbell, your cat won too. Yay, LOL.
Whose cat won? There we go. There you go.
Bonnie Linville, can you talk about your online classes?
Click and Knit. Okay, so we have two different classes that we have online right now. Click and Knit is for folks who have never knitted before. And I've also customized Click and Knit for people who have knitted in the past and want to get back into it, or have knitted and want to expand their skill set. So if you've not done lace knitting, or you've not done mosaic knitting, that sort of thing, or cables, that's the kind of thing. If you have something that you want to get better at or learn, let me know what it is and I can customize that for you. Click and Knit. Oh, that was a noise that was outside. I'm sorry, folks. That was a strange face I just made. And Click and Knit is, we do 3 classes. And if you've never knitted before, this is a great thing to give as a gift too, by the way. We teach you the knit stitch. We do 1 stitch in Click and Knit. It's a Zoom class. And what we do is we send you your knitting started. So I cast on your stitches and I knit 3 rows. We then take you to the classes where we learn the knit stitch. And at the end of the class, you learn how to cast off and then cast on for your next project. So we're focusing on 1 stitch for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's only 3 classes. And number 2, you can only get so much done in a Zoom class. So that seems to be the way that it's worked great. At the end of the class, you will have knitted an ear warmer. So we keep it simple. We've got I know what he's saying. At the end of the class, you have an ear warmer. If only you could see what I see when my husband is trying to get me to do something, to say something, and I'm in the middle of saying something else. What a life here. So Click and Knit. If you have questions on the class, if you've knitted before, you want to work on your skill set, just send me an email and we'll work it out. I'm more than happy to help you with that.
But wait, there's more.
There is more. The other class that we have online is Zoom. And just like that, you're knitting socks. And what we do with Zoom, the sock knitting class is we work with you using toe up magic loop. And that is done in 3 to 4 classes, I would say. And I say that because sometimes we need a 4th class just to finish up that sock in case there was a glitch along the way. I'm working with someone right now who wanted to learn how to knit socks, but's not so sure how to take her work, how to fix it, and she made a mistake. So she mailed her sock to me. I fixed that one while she was working on the other one. What we do is sometimes the person who's taking the class chooses to get 2 sets of needles, and they're working on both socks separately, because I will not teach 2 at a time toe up in a Zoom class. I'm good, you're good, but I don't know if any of us are that good or we want that much of a challenge.
Linda Hardiger says, cats always win. Linda Gustafson says, yes, I want one. Heather Campbell says, oh, nuts, I'm a dog people. That's when I zoom the camera in on Ben walking by. Heather Campbell says, love your little helper, so cute. And Bonnie Linville, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, we've got those classes there. Feel free to tune in and or I should say, go onto the website and see if there's something we can help you with there. We've had some great success with the online classes, and we've really enjoyed working with everybody on them. So yeah, we have a good time. And you know, somebody once said to me, can you actually teach knitting via Zoom? And yes, you can. And one of the most heartwarming things that I do is I teach kids with cancer. And we're doing that via Zoom classes right now because they can't go on the trips that they would normally go on. There's an organization called Sunshine Kids, which I support and have been a fan and a friend of since the year 2001. And so, you know, I always say, if you can teach a 16-year-old or 12-year-old to knit, we can all learn.
You can learn more about Sunshine Kids at www.sunshinekids.org.
It's a wonderful, wonderful organization. I will always be a fan and a friend. They do more for kids than I could ever dream of. So we are coming close to the end of our day. Our time here. We've got a couple of minutes left. I want to make sure that I kind of do a recap for you. Right. So the code for your free shipping on orders over $50 is VK Live. And if you are from outside the US, as I mentioned, we will reimburse you $10 of your shipping costs. We are happy to ship all over the world. I've got an order going out to Australia today. You can take a little look at that map there to see all the places that we've shipped to. We were, you know, it was growing so fast. Every time I turned around, we were adding another state or another country. Those little purple flowers out there are outside the US. And yeah, so we're happy to ship wherever you are. And so that's the code. We are going to be back here tomorrow. We have all different times throughout the weekend that we are scheduled for Vogue Knitting Live. So don't hesitate to come back and join us at a different day, at a different time. You want to just focus here. Let me put this on one more time.
And so don't forget to like Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl on Facebook for updates.
Don't forget, because we love our fans. I'm going to put this on one more time so you can see our beautiful Descent Cowl in honor of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Right there. I want to take a look at when we're going to be on again so that we have that for you. You can just hang in there for 1 minute and I will tell you. On Friday, we are here at 5 p.m. Eastern. On Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And on Sunday at noon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Antoinette Kellum says, can you put your email address up, please? Was unable to email.
Okay, I will get that. I will put it in the comment section. It's Paulette@KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com.
And Bonnie Linville says, thank you.
Thank you so much. And don't forget the survey. It will help us. We'll see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, we got 20 seconds.
Oh, we have 20 seconds? Good. Let me see if I can get my, oh, look at me. I'm signing off when we're not done. I'm going to put my email address right here in the comments. Yep, that's me.
Helen Solenberger, thank you.
Okay, it's going up there right now.
And for those of you local, don't forget, we'll be at the farmer's market this afternoon from 3 o'clock until 6.
Paulette at KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com.
Antoinette Kellum says thanks, and Michelle Mandel-Wolf says this was great.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm so glad, and thank you everyone for being here. We'll talk to you soon. Have a fabulous afternoon and a beautiful evening.